definitely looked motivated as they came into the building. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. As seen from the air, plenty going on down there. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, we're seeing a new trend in NBA practices. Coaches are marking the court in different ways to help players visualize where they need to be. Take, for example, a four-point line, rewarding players for stretching their shooting range. And a corner three, in some cases, is worth 4 points in practice. And that encourages players to take that high-value shot. There's a lot of coaches thinking outside the box by drawing new boxes on the court. Kevin?
A lot of talk about this, David. Some new ground certainly to look at. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Winslow.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Shorty out there at B-Train. Then it's D. Then it's Big Smooth. And for the Heat, Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. C.J. McCollum out there with Dragic. And it's Leonard in at the 5 spot.
And ever since the Big Three era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
Olynyk finds Leonard. 5 on the clock. The 3 from McCollum sinks the triple.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Here's Shorty. For the 3. They get it again. Slaughter. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Butler. His last outing with 20 points. That's good from 17 feet away.
That's a fantastic dribble move from Butler. He's extremely confident with his dribble.
11 feet away. Tries again. Over to the wing. Here's Shorty. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic in Orlando.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
You know what happens? You start to miss a few. You develop a lack of confidence, and suddenly it becomes contagious.
Here's B-Train. The Heat knocking down the tray. Elbow shot is on the way. And yes, it's good.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here's Dragic. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far and what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Miami's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And it's Shorty with the foul. That's his first foul. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Dragic the pass to McCollum. Leonard kicks to McCullough. And there's another one for the Heat.
A natural score. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
Cans the shot from the wing.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. Poked away. Butler in the corner. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here.
And here we get a chance to check out the story on Jimmy Butler. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 7th in steals, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and three-point shooting.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Dragic kicks to Leonard. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. They swipe it. Here's B-Train. Leonard trying to break free. And it's all evened up. B-Train's got his second basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Dragic against Thompson. Dragic dishes to McCollum. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And it's 8 points for C.J. McCollum.
Beautiful vision to find the open man. Goran leading by example. Well, when you watch Goran Dragic play, you can tell the precision that he has with his movement and footwork. But as pretty as this game is, he has a bit of edge to him. Very fiery player.
A different look for Miami. Jones checked in for Leonard. Waiters comes in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Justin Winslow in for Goran Dragic. Here's Chan. Good on the three-point shot.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
This is why you spend so much time devising ways to space the floor. If you can't, you don't get very far.
A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Winslow against Thompson. Winslow, the pass to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Baller. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them. Into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Now here's Winslow. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one.
What I like about Jimmy Butler, he excels on both ends of the floor.
Big Daddy's checked in for Thompson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Pass to the Beast. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The Heat have gone a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Winslow kicks to Jones. Waiters surveying the D. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the basket by Jones.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
Here's Baller. Hits it from three-point range. Baller's got 5 now.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The away team up 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Heat, filling out the wings, it's Waiters and Butler. James Johnson is out there with Jones, and it's Winslow in at the point. Olenek, he's checked in for Butler. Steve, when it comes to creating contact, which offensive moves can create the impression of a foul where the defensive player can do nothing about it?
I think ripping through the defender's arms is really tough for the defensive guy right now, Kevin. That's a hard move to defend if you're the defender.
Smitty, I think guys actually practice this, don't they? Ways they can kind of lure a defensive player in like that.
They do. They're strong enough now, and also they are, like you said, practicing that type of move. The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
To the right side. Has to be. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Heat trail by 4. Waiters outside. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Showing off his work in the weight room. He's an and-one machine. Justin Winslow has that kind of potential.
And Miami making a change here. Dragic is checked in. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, look at the handles. Gets through the D and then powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that? And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
How about the tempo Dragic plays with? Constantly working for a good shot.
Baller, he's guarded by Waiters. That shot wide open.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
It's blocked. Pushing it up. The finish. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Sometimes that's the call. You want to be unselfish, but even more so, you want to be effective.
The pass to Olynyk. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And Waiters with the bucket on the assist by Dragic. Waiters got his 2nd basket of the night.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Heat. McCollum comes in for Dion Waiters. Now, here's Dragic. He's got 7. And there's another one for the Heat. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the 2nd quarter of play. Passes it to Slaughter. There's the dish to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. The Heat trail by 4. Now here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. McCollum finds Dragic. Goes up to the stripe, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And we see this a lot with Goran, using his size and craftiness to finish inside.
Pass to Money. Out to Thompson. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside.
Timeout.
Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. Now here's McCollum. 8 points for him. That's tipped. Second chance shot, and they call the foul. So he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
The Heat shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of 3-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more 3-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the 3. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
He feeds it to Olynyk, and the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
On 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Shot from 12, and he hits the jumper for 2. 8 points for Big Smooth.
And likes the view from there. He's a strong mid-range shooter.
And with that height, he can get a clean look on any shot at any time.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Magic in Orlando. Count it, good.
Easy look from mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
To the left side wing. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Three from the inbound. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The Heat trail by 4. They get a hand on it. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The away team, they're up by 4. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Baller having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Shorty, also B-Train out there. Big Smooth out there with D. Outside Leonard. Dishes to Dragic. And a wide open look for McCollum. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. McCollum's got 13 points.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 7-point differential. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
McCollum outside. And they're running. Here's B-Train. Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. McCollum kicks to Butler. Fires from 14, and another basket for Miami. And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse
to really just lock in.
Sometimes, Smitty, you see someone make a pass and wonder, how did he even see that guy? I mean, like, it's amazing to me.
Yeah, I think Chris Paul leads that list. I think from a big Jokic, Trae Young is a young guy, Ben Simmons, Doncic, those guys see the floor extremely well.
Got a piece of it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dragic, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Dragic has got 13.
And coming out of halftime, coach said they wanted to start fast. How's 4 for 4?
Dragic comes with the double team, and there's the pass to Big Daddy. Passes it to B. Here's the Beast. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Johnson. And he makes the first. A different look for Miami. Derek Jones comes in for Leonard. And Winslow subbed in for Goran Dragic. So he gets them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Winslow, the pass to Jones. Butler deciding where to go with it. Pass to Waiters. 5 to shoot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Sometimes under defensive pressure, Dion Waiters tries to do too much, but that time makes a nice adjustment on the shot.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Free throw, good. Waiters.
Dion Waiters should be a great free throw shooter. He has high arc, good touch, maybe just lack of focus at times.
Fires the 3, drills the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
A nice shot by Winslow.
Well, you'll never see Winslow shy away from physical play. In fact, more often than not, he initiates it.
Here's the Beast, defended by Jones. They double him with Butler. It's stolen by Jones. And here we go with Waiters, running it up the court. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
You can tell the years that Johnson's been doing this. Professional move. We'll see if he can complete the N1.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Thompson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Now a timeout called by Miami.
It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
Baller, he's checked in for Big Daddy. Left side, Butler. Bucket is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Paul. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Jones. Goes up. And the dunk by Winslow.
Good straight line speed makes Winslow a dangerous finisher on the break.
The pass to Aguilar. Here's Baller. Nailed from three-point land. Baller's got 14 points for the game.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Heat have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Right side, Butler. And there's another one for the Heat.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wasted no time on that one. He's got 12.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Poke loose. Here's Jones. Sinks that one from the post.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Thompson with it. He's got 8. Got it up. Oh, he got it to go!
Wow. I can't believe it.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that shot had any chance of going in. Just shows you that anything can happen in this game.
And so it's the visiting team in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. The Heat trail by 8. They've got McCollum. Jones is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Winslow in at the 1. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Baller. He's guarded by McCollum. B-Train passes to D. Here's Big Smooth. Unloads from 9. Rebound by Olynyk. Miami's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. Waiters dishes to McCollum. Passes to Olynyk. Jones trying to get open. And Olynyk with the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Baller, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. On Tuesday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And looking at this stretch for them, I think they should have no problem dispatching most of their opponents if they can avoid that pitfall of playing down to the level of the competition. But that's easier said than done.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Dragic in for Dion Waiters.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Picked his pocket, and they're on the break. Here's Shorty. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Inside, here's McCollum, and it's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Here's Shorty to the paint, looking for Winslow. He gets it there. McCollum left side. Dragic kicks to Leonard.
Hey, yo, right here.
Dragic taking his time here. Shot clock at 5. And here's Winslow. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Money's checked in for ball. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David. Boy, he launched that one from way outside. And that's now 6 points for Money.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Big Daddy's checked in for Money. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
There's B-Train. He's guarded by McCollum, and it goes down 2 points. Shorty's got 11 points here in just the second half.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Leonard finds Dragic. 6 to shoot. And it's denied. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. The Heat making a switch here. Butler's checked in. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Leonard brings the double team. Leonard with the steal. Now McCollum to the inside. Fires from deep. And again, Miami with the triple.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
Just think where they'd be without all the work he's done from the three-point line today.
Here's Shorty. He's guarded by Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's D. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Now here's McCollum. Just 4 to shoot. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Here's Shorty. He's guarded by Dragic. Shorty, it's good from long range.
Timeout.
Shorty's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, B-Train.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Here's Shorty. 17-foot shot on the way. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
The 3 from McCollum. The shot comes out. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.